NVIDIA made some huge announcements a few days ago that sent shockwaves in the semiconductor industry, driving down the stock prices of AMD and Intel and pushing up the price of NVIDIA. It also seems that NVIDIA is targeting Tesla. In this NVIDIA stock price update, I will share the recent announcements NVIDIA made and the impact of these on their direct competitors, AMD and Intel, as well as the impact on other industries like electric vehicles. Hello, dealmakers. If you're new to the channel, I talk about investing in multiple asset classes such as real estate and the global stock market. And one of the stocks that I own is NVIDIA. That's why I'm excited about the recent announcements made by NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang. Jensen Huang made these announcements on the first day of their annual GTC, number one AI conference for innovators, technologists, and creatives online. So Jensen made sweeping announcements covering a lot of sectors: AI, automotive, robotics, 5G, real-time graphics, etc., etc. It's better to look at the summary and listen from Jensen Huang himself.
What a GTC. It's incredible to think how much was done in this last year. I spoke about several things. NVIDIA is a full stack computing platform. We're building virtual worlds with NVIDIA Omniverse,
Yep.
a
This is
miraculous
important.
platform that will help build the next wave of AI for robotics and self-driving
Talk
cars.
about more about this later.
We announced new DGX systems and new software, Megatron for giant transformers, Clara for drug discovery, and Quantum for quantum
These
computing.
are important, but we won't cover these
NVIDIA is
in this
now a
video.
three-chip company
Now, this is
with the
huge.
addition of Grace CPU, designed for a specialized segment of computing focused on giant scale AI and HPC. And for data center infrastructure processing, we announced Bluefield 3 and Doka 1. NVIDIA is expanding the reach of AI. We announced an important new platform, NVIDIA EGX with Aerial 5G, to make AI accessible to all companies and industries. We're joined by the leaders of IT, VMware, computer makers, infrastructure software, storage, and security providers. And to lower the bar to the highest levels of AI, we offer pre-trained models like Jarvis Conversational AI,
Jarvis is
Merlin
alive.
Recommender System, Maxine Virtual Conferencing, and Morpheus AI Security. All of it is optimized on NVIDIA AI Enterprise. And with new tools like NVIDIA Tau, Fleet Command, and Triton, it is easy for you to customize and deploy on EGX. And Drive, our end-to-end platform
This is huge.
for the $10 trillion transportation industry, which is becoming one of the world's largest technology industries. From Orin and Atlan, the first 1,000 TOPS SoC, to Hyperion 8, a fully operational reference AV car platform, to Drive Sim, to Drive AV. We're working with the industry at every layer.
Those are huge.
20 years ago, all of this was science fiction. 10 years ago, it was a dream. Today, we're living it.
This keynote address was actually more than an hour long. I think it was 1.5 hours long. I will link to the NVIDIA YouTube channel so you can watch it. No, it's mind blowing. And he actually, if you listen carefully, he announced a lot of things in this GTC conference. But we won't cover everything. I don't think we have the time to cover everything. But let's just start with the first one, Omniverse. NVIDIA is best known for their GPU, which makes awesome computer graphics. GPUs were used for a long time in computer games. They made games look awesome and they continue that tradition. But GPUs are now used in many high performance applications, such as blockchain, crypto mining, and AI. Building on top of their core strength of computer graphics, they built Omniverse, which allows enterprises to build virtual shared worlds. You can build an exact replica of anything, any place, or any system, and it will follow the rules of the real world. It has endless applications. Gaming, architecture, construction, telecommunications, movie production, robot training, machine design, manufacturing, and many more use cases. In manufacturing, BMW designed a digital twin of their factories. Using Omniverse, global teams collaborate in real time to design new assembly lines for new car models or improve existing assembly lines. BMW produces almost 99% custom made vehicles. So that introduces a lot of complexity, and Omniverse allows more efficient planning whenever there are changes in the assembly lines. Omniverse is a huge leap for NVIDIA. Although majority of NVIDIA's revenue still comes from chip production, they've been developing software systems to expand and diversify their revenue streams. This protected NVIDIA from the chip shortage currently hurting other semiconductor companies, and also protects them from the cyclical nature of chip manufacturing. With so many applications in various industries and the ability to connect third-party software solutions, Omniverse is going to be a solid moneymaker for NVIDIA now and in the future. Another big announcement is the next generation of NVIDIA Drive. The latest leap in NVIDIA Drive is Orin, designed to be the car's central computer running the four domains of car driving: the cluster, infotainment, passenger interaction, and autonomous driving. NVIDIA is building an end-to-end solution for autonomous driving, from building the chips, computers, sensor architecture, data processing, driving software, simulation, world mapping, fleet command operations, and even road testing. These are built in separate modules, so manufacturers can pick what they need. NVIDIA didn't stop there. Jensen also announced the next generation of NVIDIA Drive, Atlan. In a nutshell, Atlan is a data center on wheels with a crazy computing power of 1,000 trillion operations per second. Many companies have committed to use NVIDIA Drive Orin, like Chinese EVs Neo and Xpeng, American EVs Canoo and Faraday Future, and Vietnamese startup VinFast. The biggest automakers, Mercedes, Volvo, Hyundai, and Audi, are already transforming their fleets to autonomous vehicles and are working with NVIDIA. Like for Mercedes, NVIDIA will build the AV platform from end to end. Robotaxi operators are also lining up to use NVIDIA Drive. Companies like GM Cruise, Zoox, Didi, AutoX, Oxbotica, and Pony AI. This has created an $8 billion pipeline for NVIDIA's automotive group. The last thing I'd like to point out is NVIDIA Drive has a real-world digital twin called NVIDIA Drive Sim, which is powered by Omniverse. This runs the real-world driving simulation for NVIDIA's customers. This highlights the synergy of the technologies that NVIDIA offers. Running real-world simulations allows EV manufacturers to rapidly test new designs, new equipment, new innovations, which will translate to quicker time to market. All these technologies show that NVIDIA is not just a chip manufacturer, but a technology leader in the $10 trillion AV market, supplying hardware, software, and even supercomputers to the cars of the future, empowering companies that want to challenge Tesla in the AV space. Moving on to arguably NVIDIA's biggest announcement, the one fired directly at Intel and AMD, the introduction of NVIDIA's first data center CPU, Grace. Grace is the world's first CPU designed for terabyte scale accelerated computing. This powerful ARM-based CPU allows NVIDIA to re-architect the next generation of high-performance supercomputers. Grace-based systems deliver 10x faster performance than state-of-the-art x86 systems, a direct blow to Intel. First to test out Grace is the Swiss National Supercomputing Center, which will build the world's fastest supercomputer for AI, dubbed ALPS, to be powered by NVIDIA's three chips, the next generation GPUs, the Bluefield DPU, and the Grace CPU. It's truly an exciting time for NVIDIA as the supercomputing community embraces Grace. What it all translates to is growth. So NVIDIA now has amazing growth prospects, and it's not just in the future. No, NVIDIA is already feeling it. They already said that they will exceed 5.3 billion. 5.3 billion was the target that they announced, in their last earnings call. So even though the first quarter is not yet complete, they're already going to be exceeding that. They're experiencing broad-based strength with all market platforms. So all market platforms, the ones that they have visibility right now is their data center business, right? So compared to Intel's data center business is suffering, but NVIDIA's data center business is thriving. Their gaming business, obviously, they've been strong in gaming, even especially with GeForce now. They're not just a chip manufacturing company anymore. They're now a software company. They're a computing company already. Professional visualization and automotive with NVIDIA Drive. All of these platforms are already making money for NVIDIA now. So what it all means is NVIDIA will maintain their tech leadership over Intel and AMD. So it's now up to Intel and AMD to catch up to NVIDIA. This also means that NVIDIA maintains leadership. It's in a leadership position in artificial intelligence and high performance computing. They're taking aim at Tesla, with NVIDIA Drive. So they are powering Tesla's competitors, and that will make them a leader in the electric vehicle and autonomous vehicle revolution, which is a huge, huge market, a $10 trillion market. So everything is looking up for NVIDIA. NVIDIA will experience no continued growth. Let's look at what Wall Street says. So let's look at NVIDIA on the eToro platform. So the analyst consensus, it's a strong buy. 85% of analysts give NVIDIA a buy rating. The average target price in the next 12 months for NVIDIA is $666.88. That's a 9% upside. Now the highest target is $800. There's an $800 estimate in the next 12 months. So Wall Street is bullish on NVIDIA. I'm also bullish on NVIDIA. Very, very excited for what NVIDIA is going to be accomplishing in the future. And that means, just awesome expectations. Just remember that NVIDIA is no longer a chip manufacturing company. They don't just supply chips anymore. That's why they have left AMD and Intel behind. They are now a computing platform. So they are offering not just the chips, but they're offering hardware solutions, right? Systems already, and they're also offering software solutions. That's really more than what AMD and Intel are offering, at least from what I know. Okay, so I need to take a look at AMD. I need to take a look at Intel. NVIDIA is no longer just a GPU company, it's already a software company. And that's why we should value NVIDIA as a software company. So if you like what you've just heard, please make sure to hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. This helps the channel grow. And also, if you're not yet subscribed, consider subscribing to the Dealmaker channel, where we talk about investing in multiple asset classes. So you can check out our playlists on real estate investing or on global stock market investing. If you are, especially if you are from outside the United States, you may want to learn how to invest in the US stock market and to look at the analysis that I've made in the past of different US companies. So again, this has been Ron Kagape of the Dealmaker channel, encouraging you to make deals and hope that may all of your deals push through. See you on the next video.